I started it out of a really simple necessity at 14. I had a moped, kind of a piece of junk. I don't know if we can cuss on this podcast.
Go for it.
It was a piece of shit. And I mean,
Call it what it is here.
my parents bought me the nicest one they could, and we didn't come from we didn't have any money really, and so my dad said, "Hey, man, you want a better moped? You better get a job." And so at 14, I just did the only thing I know how to do, and I just started going door to door and asking people if I could cut some grass. And I must have been a decent salesman because I picked up, I think, I felt like I picked up 20 accounts. Maybe I picked up 12 or 15. But I convinced enough people that I could cut their grass for $10, and they said yes. And I got home and I said, "Hey, man, I got a job, Dad. I'm gonna go cut a bunch of grass." And he says, "You don't own a lawnmower, bud." And I said, "Oh, well,
I'll take those scissors."
Shit." And I said, "Well, I'm gonna have to use yours." And my dad was, he said, "Well, you can use mine, but this isn't a long-term deal. You're gonna have to buy your own at some point." And I said, "Okay, that made sense." And so I started cutting grass, just very simply cutting grass. I wanted to get one of these new mopeds that's called the YSR. It was a Yamaha. They looked like crotch rockets, if you remember back in the day. They looked like a Ninja, for people that they're like, but they look like a really sporty. It was way cooler than every moped on the market. And I was able to go out and generate some money, and eventually I had saved up $500. I went to the bank and I borrowed a little bit of money, which was the first time me really understanding that getting a loan was going to help me down the road when I really needed to get a loan for some business equipment. So I borrowed a few dollars from the bank, and then I quickly paid that back. And then I did that a couple times actually, which really built my credit at a really young age before I really even needed it.